Hosted by country star Luke Bryan, the Keep the Music Playing All-Stars concert was held at Nashville's newly reopened Schermerhorn Symphony Center. This show honors the best elementary, middle, and high school music programs in Metro Nashville Public Schools. Keep the Music Playing was created by the Country Music Association to help keep music in public schools and is funded by half of the proceeds from each year's CMA Music Festival. Lynn headed out to the All-Star concert to see how they are keeping the music playing.
I want to thank everybody who's joined us tonight, from our young musicians to the parents to the representatives from the music industry, the business community, and most importantly from our schools. Tonight we celebrate music. And as we listen to our All-Stars, we see, and more importantly, we hear the impact of CMA's contributions to our schools and students. I want to thank the countless artists and musicians who have given of their time by performing at the annual CMA Music Festival. This year, we will be celebrating the festival's 40th anniversary, and I can say with certainty that the city's relationship with the festival and with the music industry has never been stronger.
I'm here with Luke Bryan, who is going to host tonight for Keep the Music Playing. This is a great event. And tonight's like the all-star kickoff concert for these children that have gotten these instruments through the CMA Music Festival. And
yeah, and you know, they've been chosen and selected, and they're the best of the best. And this is kind of their night to shine, and it's a night for the CMA to sit back and kind of listen to what you know, their generosity has been able to, and, you know, and really country music's generosity, and the fans, when you buy a ticket to CMA Music Fest, you know, you help support programs like this. And I think it's a great program when you, I mean, being on the CMA board and hearing the meetings and hearing all of the stories about so many kids that are affected from this night and this program, Keep the Music Playing. I think it's, I mean, it's just a heartwarming charity that's great. And as a musician and singer, you know, I think it's so important to continue to keep the arts in school and keep allowing, you know, kids to get their hands on good instruments. I can lean in to hold you, or act like I don't even know you. It seems like you could care less either way.
tonight you're going to be performing with one of the young men, right?
Yeah, his name's Sam Hunter, and we rehearsed earlier, and he was, you know, it was pretty amazing. He's a great guitar player. Well, I mean, doo-wah isn't, you know, some, you know, complex piece of music, and heck, he was over there and kind of getting the sound on his guitar, and you know, he was over there, he's playing some chords I've never even heard of. So
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see a kid that young, you know. You know, and you know, I'm as excited to be up there with him as I hope he is with me. So it's going to be a fun night. Baby, do
I'm here with Sam Hunter. Now, Sam, you are chosen and get to perform tonight on stage with Mr. Luke Bryan. Are you nervous?
I'm very nervous, yes.
I turn you on and on when I kiss you, baby. Does the sight of me wanting you drive you crazy? Do I have your love? Am I still enough? Tell me, don't I? Or tell me, do I, baby? Give you everything that you ever want.
Talk a little bit about the difference that these instruments, it being in your school, and the influence that music has had on your life.
Okay, well, yeah, it's been great having the instruments there. It's put me in, you know, contact with gear that I wouldn't normally be in contact with, because it's nice, and you know, it's a really great experience to get to play that kind of stuff with a bunch of my friends at school.
The Keep the Music Playing program is about putting instruments in the hands of the kids who need them most, but it's also about providing opportunities that shape the future of these aspiring musicians and performers. And I'll tell you on a personal note, had it not been for a program in my own life like this, Steve Moore would never made it to Nashville. I think it's very critical that we support these kids in their endeavors.
I'm here with DeAndrea just before the big show tonight. How exciting is this for you?
It's very exciting. It's a great experience for me and also some of my classmates. This is our second year doing this, and we had such a great time last year. I'm excited. I'm ready for what's getting ready to happen. Just waiting to see who's out there and just ready to do what I'm known to do.
So can you talk a little bit about the difference that these instruments and having this in your school has, if it's made a difference, and how it's affected maybe you or some of your friends?
Yes, ma'am. It's made a very big difference because some children in the neighborhood that I've grown up in, or the neighborhood that I'm recently in, really have nothing else to look to. And music is just about the only thing that they can go to. Now, my music teacher, Mr. Llewellyn St. Auburn Adrian Peter, he is a fantastic, just dynamic music teacher. He has changed the lives of a lot of us. He's been a father to some of us that have, been fatherless, and he's just filled in the gaps for a lot of us. And it's, for me, music is somewhat like a learning experience. For whenever I go through something, I can easily get out my pen and my paper and just start writing. And I learn from what I do. And I just learn from different things, different vocal techniques through Mr. Peter. And it's fantastic. Music is my life.
Now it's time for our weekly songwriter tip, brought to you by Nashville Songwriters Association International. NSAI is an invaluable resource for any songwriter, whether just getting started or with a few #1 hits under their belt. This week we sit down with Bob Regan as he talks about brainstorming for ideas.
One thing I've found helpful when I'm trying to develop an idea is I will try to separate my critic and my editor from my creative self. When I first have an idea, I'll sit down with a blank piece of paper and write everything I can possibly think about that idea without worrying if it's rhymes, if it's stupid, if it's hackneyed, cliched. I just write anything and everything I can think of, and there'll be that little voice on my shoulder that says, that's dumb, that doesn't rhyme, that's been said before. And I say, that's my critic, and I say, critic, shut up, leave the room. I'll need you later.
Check out NashvilleSongwriters.com for more information on NSAI. We're about out of time for today, but don't forget those Lee Brice albums we have up for grabs. If you want to enter this week's drawing, you have to go online to InsideMusicRow.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook too for all the latest news and events here in town. We're going to leave you now with Luke's #1 hit, Rain is a Good Thing. Until next time, I'm Bailey for Inside Music Row, and I'll see you again real soon.